Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer and coach from Live, Love, Give, and I am coming to you guys live from the Sydney Botanical Gardens right now. It's really beautiful day here in beautiful Sydney, and I've just finished, as you guys know, 2 back-to-back DeMartini events. So I did the Master Planning for Life, which was for 3 days, intense workshop with your laptop, planning out all 7 areas of your life, and just working really hard. And then also just did the breakthrough experience for 2 days. So just finished last night. It was awesome. And as you guys know, I've been filling you in on kind of what's been going on with that and the people in it and the breakthroughs and all of that sort of stuff. And it's really got me thinking about why. So I'm just making sure I'm not going the wrong direction. I think I'll go down this way. No, I won't. I'm going this way. So it made me want to deliver this message for you guys, which is ultimately how we access our resilience and our perseverance through meaning and value. And wow, you guys who've been following me for a while, I'm on a mission. But over the last 5 days, I've gotten so much more clarity and direction about really how to serve people on this mission. And the absolute major thing is values and accessing authentic meaning to you as an individual, not subordinating to what we think we should, because we look at people who we see something that we admire in them and we inject their values into our lives, and we get into these kind of should ways of being. We should be like that, and we set goals that are in alignment with other people's values, and we don't get clarity over what ours are. And so this is exactly why we don't have the perseverance. We might set a goal and never really follow through on it and just be self-defeating, self-deflating all the time, because we're saying that we want to achieve something and we're never getting to it. We're never actually achieving it. So we have no resilience, everything distracts us. And then we have ultimately, no perseverance, because it's really hard. And it's why you guys might have noticed I didn't say your motivational speaker just at the beginning of this message, because I've just learned so much. And motivation, nobody needs to be motivated to do the things that they actually really truly are authentically valuable to them. And what we really need to do is tap into inspiration. Inspiration comes from within, spontaneously, automatically, when we uncover exactly who we really are, what we really value. And nobody has to motivate us to get into that action. Nobody has to remind us to do the things that matter most to us. And so the more we can realize that and just be authentic and align courageously with that, the more we can set goals and actually achieve them, and not live in subordinating to other people's values in our lives and creating a lack of fulfillment, self-defeating. And another reason why this is really important to get clarity over what you value most and recognize how you're, going for other people's values instead of your own, is because your level of self-worth is in direct proportion to your ability to understand and uncover your true authentic values and live in alignment with them and set all of your goals in alignment with what you value highest. Because if you don't, you will never follow through. You will always be procrastinating. You'll be distracting. You'll be doing all of this. And I'm talking to you guys from absolutely majority of my life living that way. And only, every time I get clearer and clearer on what I value most, and I'm at a point in my life right now that I've got the maximum amount of clarity I've ever experienced in terms of what I value most in my life. So as I mentioned to you guys the other day, we look at our lives. So we look at how we actually live each and every day. So if I was to videotape your entire life for a month, and I was to watch everything that you do and how you show up every day, I would be able to get clarity over what you value most, because you just do it. You're automatic in these actions or ways of being. And it's really been kind of challenging. I nearly got run over by a train then. But it's really been challenging my work that I've been doing recently with Tony Robbins. So you guys know I've been into Tony's work for a long time. I just recently got back from Date with Destiny in December in Florida, and my values that I uncovered and unpacked then are actually quite different now to what I've discovered with the work of Dr. John Demartini. And what I've discovered is the way that we can identify our values in one way are based on feelings, emotions, like some people might have passion, they want to be happy, that might be their value, right? But my whole belief systems have been shaken up and I'm loving it, if you can't tell. But Demartini talks about emotions as just feedback, and that emotions are fleeting. Emotions are just one side. It's just one side of a duality. So, you can't actually have happiness without sadness, and vice versa, So when we value particular emotions, we're only seeing one side of the equation. Therefore, we can only feel like we're living in our values for 50% of the time, and the other 50% of the time you're uninspired and not motivated. So my values have shifted to, like I said, the most clear I've ever been, which is ultimately teaching, learning, beauty, health, and travel. So that's it. They're my values. And when I can set goals and live in alignment with those each and every day, if you were to watch back a month of my life, you would absolutely see me living in those values. And you would absolutely see nobody reminds me, nobody has to motivate me to get on camera like this and to teach you whatever I'm learning about, that I'm fascinated about. And every moment of my life is spent listening and learning from extraordinary human beings about human behaviour, human potential, breaking through, authenticity, depth of connection, all of those different things I'm constantly learning about, growing myself around, and ultimately trying to teach and instill any value that I can onto other people. So I'm not going in there. And not taking it in. I should take a little bit more of this in. It's beautiful here. But ultimately, we need to get every single one of us to uncover exactly what we as individuals value most in our lives. Look at your life. Go onto Dr. John Demartini's website, do the free values determination test, series of questions, all stored for you online, so that you can go through it. You can come back to it at different stages. And, there's some cool cactuses. Hang on, I'll show you. Some cool little cactuses and stuff going on in the succulent garden. Love it. So this is, I'm going to become a Demartini method facilitator. That's going to be my goal this year, so that I can bring these tools with, real clarity and certainty and ability to really serve people with them to you guys, because I've just seen in this room maximum amount of people breaking through huge challenges, huge struggles. And you guys know I was talking about that guy who was having a lot of challenges. And, yesterday morning I told you that I was going in to help him. And anyway, it turned out that they were sort of working with him. He was still struggling all morning, so we never got to do the surrogate thing. But and there were some huge arguments in the room about him yelling out and criticising Dr. John Demartini and his work, because all he saw within him was too much tough love, And this man has been very supported and nurtured, and there was a lot of back and forth, and there was a lot of people on either side, and really just proving all of Demartini's work. But we all know that the intention, this is Dr. John Demartini's life work, life mission. He has such a heart of gold, and so much meaning and purpose and direction around supporting human beings. And so it was challenging to see the criticism and the judgment that he was getting right there in the room on his life's work for this beautiful purposes. Oh my gosh, I can see the, might try and walk in that direction. Hopefully I get to show you guys, actually I'll turn the camera around. So you can see a little bit of the harbour bridge and the top of the little tiny top of the opera house over there. I'm walking over there, but as you guys know, I haven't been where I'm going, so I'm kind of heading in that direction, so hopefully I'll end up there and show you guys. But anyway, he sat up, he came to a bit of agreeability so that Dr. John Demartini could work with him on stage in front of all of us through the grief process. And he did go through quite a lot of it and make some realizations, but it was just taking so much time that he couldn't finish the process on stage. Probably had him up there for an hour or two. I don't know how long it was. You kind of lose track of time when you're in that environment. But anyway, he did come a long way over the last couple of days, and they're going to be working with him with a facilitator. I'm going to keep in contact, and you know, everybody in that room just wants to see this beautiful man just break through his struggles and his fear and his, you know, his grief over losing his son 4 years ago from a heroin overdose. And so, oh, it's getting really beautiful up here. I can't wait to show you guys. So anyway, what I want to tell you guys is that every single one of us has huge resilience and huge ability to be perseverant. And the way that we access that is that we get in alignment with the truth of what matters most to us, what's most meaningful to us, not anybody else's, not subordinating to other people's values, but actually identifying and getting in alignment with our own. And as soon as we do that, we have a perseverance and a resilience to handle, oh my God, this is beautiful, to handle anything that we need to, any challenge, any struggle. Here, I'll go down closer. Any challenge, any struggle that ultimately we'll be faced with when we get on to our life's work. You know, when you set goals in alignment with what you value most, you become unstoppable, right? And you can deal with it, with everything, with all the challenge, all the struggle, all the criticism. I'm going to show you the Sydney Opera House and check in with you guys. Isn't that beautiful? Maybe if I put it that way. I've actually never come around this part and seen the Opera House or the Harbour Bridge from this angle. It's so beautiful. I've only ever been down the other side, so this is cool for me. I'm being the tourist. But let me check in with you guys while I've got a beautiful shot of the Harbour Bridge and the Sydney Opera House there. And I've got Sam and Hassani. And yes, Sam, it's super, super beautiful here. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And Stephen's here. And thank you, Sam. And Alexandria and Mitki and Judy and Zalad and Ibrahim and Alexandria. Beautiful spirit, Alexandria, I love it. And Wayne and Klaus and Pedro and Grant, and loving that this is spot on for you, Alexandria. And inspirational instead of motivational. Yeah, that's my mission for you guys, is to absolutely, you know, be, if I can do both. I feel weird like when I'm not, oh, where is it? There it is. So, you know, absolutely my mission is to be, I'm not good at this angle thing. There we go. Absolutely my mission is to help you guys get to a place of inner inspiration so that you become unstoppable in what matters most to you. And I am super excited for that, but I'm going to have to train myself, like I did at the beginning of this video, to not call myself a motivational speaker. And I had heard this kind of before, but it's really solidified within me right now. And I think that motivation is pushing you in the wrong direction. If you need motivation, then ultimately you're living in somebody else's values. And I don't want to push you in that direction. That's inauthentic. I want you to identify exactly what matters most to you and get you into that inspired space. So yeah, I love it. And what else have I got here? Thanks for that, Klaus. Loving that you're finding me clever. And Grant's here. And yeah, sorry, I already did that. Grant, love that. Inspiration creates implementation. Boom, I love that. That's awesome. And who else have I got? I've got Ram and Sam. Yes, I don't resonate with motivation, but inspiration and empowering. Absolutely. Sorry, it was really hard to look into the sun then. And Amit's here, and Zalad, and thank you, Alexandria. Yeah, walking through the park, I'm being safe. And Grant, external motivation pumps up whilst internal inspiration propels. Yes, absolutely, Grant. That's such a cool way of looking at it. And sometimes I think that when people motivate us, when we're unsure of who we really are, I'm going to keep walking and see if I can get closer. I don't know how long I'll be on this and how long that's going to take me to walk there, but let's see. But sometimes I think when we do not know what we value most, it's helpful to have people who do know what is valuable to them, who have our best interests at heart, to definitely rev us up, motivate us, show us a different way of looking at life so that we can get into action and test out what inspires us and discover what that is. So I definitely see that. And so there's benefits of things like that, but we don't want to live there. We don't want to have that constant need for motivation, and we need to look at our lives and see where do we need that constant motivation, otherwise we wouldn't be doing it, or that's some sort of external incentive like money or whatever it is, that's really the reason why we're doing it. But that's why people are successful financially at times, or they think they are, and ultimately they have no fulfillment because they have no meaning. So they might have the income, but they don't have the meaning. So, that's a huge part of it. And I'm really loving Sydney. And anyway, so definitely I love that, Grant. That's awesome. I love how you've articulated that. And Melissa and Tim and Sam, so happy for you. You got your clarity and living to your fullest and power. Thank you so much, Sam. I appreciate that. And that's why I love you guys, because I really believe that that's what life is about. Your success is my success and vice versa. And when we can create that kind of dynamic in all of our relationships, where we're not threatened by another person's success or clarity or direction or passion, and we know that when they operate in that realm, it lifts us up too. And if we can be inspired and supportive and challenging to each other to propel us into our evolution and to our highest potential through our values and what matters most, nothing inspires me more than creating a community like that. So that's why one of the major reasons that I'm super, super grateful for all of you guys. Hello. See, he was picking up on my energy, my enthusiasm and passion there. And so absolutely loving that. And and I've got Jolene and Hassani. Are you at the zoo? Yes, no, I'm at the Royal Botanical Gardens here in Sydney. It is beautiful and amazing. And I'm walking over to the rocks in Circular Quay, which is my favourite part of Sydney. I'm going to pull up and I've got my laptop with me. I'm going to have a beautiful brekkie/lunch, whatever it is, brunch. And just, get into some inspired writing and get back into what I'm doing and all implementing everything that I've been learning, and definitely enjoying my day. Hope you guys are seeing it and taking it in. And Grant, keep changing lives. Same to you, Grant. Seems like you're on an inspired mission to help others as well. So I love that. And Caroline and Samuel and Sam, facilitator, love that. Sign me up, please. Sam, I can't wait. This method is pretty in depth and it's pretty intense. Just to go through one person through this method of, owning all the traits within them that we find resentment towards, and also owning everything that we admire in others. It is super powerful, but it took us an entire day to do just one person. And so I want to learn this method because it's all about getting people to a place of thank you, I love you. It's all about getting people to a place of love and gratitude. And that's ultimately what everything we strive for is all about, that. and yeah, so anyway, so yes, I can't wait to do that and definitely help you guys with that as well. It'll be awesome. And I've got Hassani, you're inspiring me to get clearer on my values. I've done this his course before, but does he have a book that really helps you guide on identifying your highest values? Hassani, definitely, and I love that. And so what I would say to you is that go onto his website, do the values determination test, and buy the book, The Breakthrough Experience. But what I've actually heard, because that was my first book that I read from Dr. John Demartini, and The Breakthrough Experience is the event, the 2-day event that I just went to, and which teaches you this. But since that book was published, it's actually changed. So there's actually like another couple of questions that aren't in the book. But I wouldn't let that hold you back. I think he's going to update it at some stage, but I wouldn't let that hold you back, and I would definitely buy The Breakthrough Experience. I found it in some secondhand bookshop about four years ago, before I even knew who the hell Dr. John Demartini was, and I'm so grateful I picked that book up, because I wouldn't be talking to you guys about that probably right now, or maybe I would some other way. But anyway, definitely, the Breakthrough Experience is this system being taught to you. So yeah, go for it. But yeah, values, go to the values determination test online is what I'm just pushing everybody to. I'm going to be doing some trainings on this stuff for you guys, with some new things that I'm definitely going to challenge myself with and get out there so I can serve more people. So I can't wait to share that with you guys, because it's been completely revolutionary in my life and with the clients that I work with. So can't wait to share that with you all. And Ricardo, congratulations on your work, amazing. Fight every day for identifying a meaning and value for me. Absolutely, Ricardo. And thank you, my friend. You are absolutely appreciated. And Hassani, oh, you've done his values test before. Your values are always changing. So as we evolve, so too do our values. So that's why I'm always recommending, and what I do personally is go through values. I've been doing it a lot more frequently recently, actually, but go through that test every 3 months, every quarter, do it again. And it's all stored online for you. So that's why I push everybody there. It's all free. It's all online. It's really accessible. So definitely do that. And I've got Michael and Alexandria. Your contribution to us is beyond words and exciting to learn from your synthesis of teaching and value clarification. Super excited for your journey forward as a Demartini facilitator. Thank you so much, Alexandria. You are so appreciated, you beautiful thing. And yes, I can't wait to do that for you guys. I'm going to turn them around so you guys can see. I'm getting a bit closer to the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge, just while I go through these comments. So Umbatsa and Ray's here, and Marlon and Hassani, I'm loving that you're loving what I was showing you whenever you wrote that. And Helen and Alexandria, this is a very freeing mindset as well, absolutely. And Pedro and Martin, and let me go around this way so hopefully I don't trip over while I'm trying to read to you guys. And Martin, are you near Taronga Zoo? No, I'm not. Oh, okay, so okay, Martin, yes. All right, no, I'm not. I'm the Taronga Zoo, I'm not exactly sure where that is, but no, I'm at the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. You guys won't be able to see much of the Sydney Harbour Bridge, but there's the beautiful Opera House in Sydney. So anybody who hasn't seen it, I've never seen it from this side, like I said earlier, but I'm loving it. And who have I got? Sorry, my screen's gone really dark. So Ram, you're already living your, oh my God, values in action. Oh, thank you so much, Ram. I feel it, and it's a certain energy when we live in our values. We feel alive, right? Like, feel like we just want to jump out of bed. We're energized, we're inspired. There's no better feeling than that. So thanks, Ram, and loving this is true for you, Matthew and Sam. How do you find DeMartini and Tony Robbins' work? Are they complementary or far apart? Oh, tough question that I've made some major realizations about, and I love that. So what I would definitely say is I've lived being very infatuated with Tony's work for a long time now, and getting a bit close. And anyway, so what I'm finding is I'm meeting a lot of people who have been into Tony's work, and now they feel like their terminology is graduating to DeMartini's work. DeMartini's work is not for everybody. It's very in-depth. It is all the research. It's not for the masses. If I say it like that, it's definitely next level. But I think, I wouldn't be talking to you guys and doing everything that I do right now had I not got so much value from Tony's work. So I believe that you need to find the right messenger for you. There was plenty of people there who didn't like Tony Robbins because they felt he was too rah-rah and hypey for them, and they prefer DeMartini, who's more of a scientist, and does the research, and he's very meticulous. And so, sometimes your messenger is different, but definitely I'm finding that I feel like everything that I've gone through in the courses of Tony Robbins, I've done it a few times now, so it doesn't feel all that new, although you can always, repetition is the mother of skill, as Tony Robbins would say. But ultimately, DeMartini's work is the most inspiring to me right now because it's so different and it's so in-depth, and I just love learning and fascinating, and he's always learning new material and sharing it with you, and I'm so inspired by that. So here's the Sydney Opera House, and hope you guys can see it because I can't see my screen at all. It's like gone all dark. So I think if I do it like this, I'm not sure if I can even read your comments here. Hang on. So thanks for that question, Sam. I hope that actually answered it for you. Let's just see. Sorry guys, I've just stopped for a second so I can squint and see. Hassani, maybe it's inner inspiration life coach. Absolutely. I've been playing around with a few ideas. Thanks for that. I'll definitely think more into that because, I think, I want to be more stepping into my professional speaking because when I learn stuff that I'm passionate about, that I feel I can help and support people, I cannot stop talking. I hope you guys have noticed that. I bet you have. So speaking is always my favorite way of delivering my teachings. And I definitely am about to build out some online trainings, and I love working with groups. I've done a lot of one-to-one coaching, which I continue to do, but I can't serve everybody that way. I can only help a handful of people, and I want to take this up. I want to create community and groups that are absolutely breaking through to authentic living and inspired living. And so definitely I've got those parts, and anyway, I won't go too much into that, but appreciate that, Haas. And sorry guys, I can't even see what I'm showing you, but I really want to get to these comments for you. I've got Adrian and Paul and Alexandria. Dr. DeMartini has free live webinars this week. Check it out, folks. Absolutely. Go and search. There is such a wealth of free information. I'm going to be getting out the amazing, incredible interview that I did with John. With John just the day before the event started. I can't wait to share that with you guys. I'm going to do the editing and stuff over the next couple of days and definitely get it out and send it over to John because he's going to put it on his website as well. So I can't wait for that. And Laura, I'm also sure you want to know what's going on in my world. I'm not so sure you want to know what's going on. Facing so much adversity and persevering, especially as I have been doing so much. I'm going to turn this camera off me because I must look like I'm just squinting into your faces. But Oh my gosh, I can't see the screen. I really want to know what you're saying here, Laura. My world facing so much adversity and persevering. Oh gosh, hang on. I'm just gonna, the screen might go off for a second. I'm gonna try and turn up my brightness for a sec. That was right up. So let me just try and get into some shade, and that might help me a little bit to see. Oh, there's no shade here. Hang on. Oh my gosh, Laura, I'm so sorry, but I can't read any of those words on my screen because my screen is just totally in the sun. But I definitely will get back to you after I close this message and get into a cafe. I'm so sorry for that. I've got Shane, and I can see Hassani, the breakthrough experience, awesome. Happy, thank you so much, Hassani, that's awesome. And excitement is infectious, yeah, I love it. And Elliot and Spoo from Nepal, that's awesome. And Hassani, whenever I see Sydney, it reminds me of Finding Nemo. Love that movie. I love it. Why does it? Oh yeah, because there's part of it in Sydney, isn't it? Yeah, when he jumps in the water. Love it. So funny. And Gary's here, and Sam, you're my inspirational and empowering messenger. I resonate with you and your work. Thank you, Sam. That is so enlivening and enlightening to hear. So thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. And Dennis is here. And loving that you're finding it amazing here. Hope you can see, because I can't see what I'm showing you. I'm trying to point at the Opera House, so hope it looks good. And Sam, yes, great answer. I've never done DeMartini or Tony's work, but I feel and connect with you and authentic living. Thank you, Sam. And yeah, well, I love studying the greats, everybody doing amazing things in the world. Whatever I find valuable, I take it on board and I want to deliver to you guys. So I love that I'm a messenger for you right now, Sam. That makes me feel awesome and grateful. And David's here, and Peace, and Kana. Awesome. So guys, I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to get over to the other side, and definitely, as always, thank you guys for everybody who's been able to join me. I know it's been a very long one, but I wanted to make sure that you guys got to see a beautiful piece of Sydney that I'm getting to experience today, and I get to fly back to Melbourne later on this afternoon. So I'm just being a tourist, and I love it. And I hope that me sharing this message with you guys has been valuable, and that it's definitely inspiring you to go to Dr. John Demartini's website, drdemartini.com, go to values determination, or just Google that on Google, and you'll come up to it, and do the process. Give yourself an hour, get real. Don't be idealistic, look at your life realistically, because you're already living your values, your current value. So definitely uncover what it is, get clarity, you'll know. And it's not a quick process. It'll take you the rest of your life to consistently check in, get more and more clear. As I said, your values change as you change and evolve. So, you know, that's going to be an entire process for you. And as always, guys, I'm sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you to wherever you are in the world today. Hope it's beautiful and amazing, and I hope you're doing something beautiful wherever you are in the world. And I'm going to soak up beautiful Sydney. I'll give you another view. Just looking at the camera, look. So there you guys go. I've got the Harbour Bridge and the Sydney Opera House. Beautiful, iconic part of Australia, and beautiful Sydney. And hope your day is amazing. Sending you guys all of my love, and I will see you all tomorrow.